Well, the goal. The goal of this project is, well, you know, firstly, a lot of people ask me a favor. People write, call, then they get upset. And besides, at the moment, there aren't any professional schools or courses, at least not that I'm aware of, which could teach or at least explain the subtleties of sand animation. However, at the same time, there are people and organizations who charge for this. I think that's unfair, that's all. This is my personal opinion. That's why I use my authority, if you want, and try to make it possible for everyone who wishes to learn the basic principles of this genre and put themselves to the test in this art, and completely free of charge. I think that's the goal. I was once asked during one interview, could you please name 3 essential conditions which must be satisfied by any work? And I remember I came up with, I think, quite a good metaphor. It's really good. Why are grandmother's pies the most delicious? Besides pies of any grandmother, not necessarily yours. You take them and you feel some warmth coming from them. Because, firstly, a grandmother has baked so many pies in her life. She has such a great experience, and furthermore, she cooks them not for God knows who, for someone. She knows who she is baking them for her darling and beloved grandchildren, and she puts all her soul into this process. These are 2 essential conditions. The first is practice and self-perfection. The second is your personal attitude to what you are doing. Imagine if everybody would work this way. Everybody at their workplace, a teacher, a doctor, a builder, a government official, a president. There would be so many happy people around. Well, you know, in general, yes, you could say so, because I am awfully grateful to all clients and customers I worked with, honestly. Not a long time ago, I realized I had never worked for some client. I had always done something very important and interesting personally for me, and every time clients working with me, so to speak, laid themselves open without realizing it. These orders gave me a chance to communicate something important personally for me, and every time a client is a sponsor who pays for this chance for me to do what I want to do. Well, definitely, you see, there's no need pretending, of course. I always knew that sooner or later sand art would gain popularity. I knew it would have to happen. It's just that some time ago, about 4 years ago, I really wanted it to happen later. Because I wanted 3 or 4 masters to shape up and develop first. These people would be highly professional, they would compete professionally and thus set a standard, a level for others. And then this genre would have a chance to develop as art, but not as something to satisfy the needs of different clients. You know what I mean? Because at all times it has always been possible to hide one's lack of professionalism and low skills level in exotic products or unordinariness of an activity. Sand animation is a typical example when people can easily hide their banal inability to draw or a failure as a director behind an exotic material, behind sand. So, unfortunately, it's already happened. And this art is developing not exactly as I would like it to develop. What I want now, for the benefit of this art, I want people to know about it, the sooner the better and the more the better, to get used to it if you like. Thus, sand art won't be a rarity, which is used now by some dishonest people to hawk a fake around viewers, an imitation of sand art. I want viewers to pay attention not to what it's drawn with, sand, toothpaste, ketchup. No, I want them to ask, why is it drawn? What sense has it got? What content? It's like we aren't going to admire and applaud to an artist only because he works with paint. It's no wonder. We make demands for his work, quality, content, etc. So the process is not fast, but chances remain. About this case, you know, what's amazing? One seller in a market told me a beautiful metaphor. I buy vegetables from her. We know each other, she knows who I am, and she follows the development of this genre. And once she told me an excellent thing. She said, you know, it's very much like champagne. I was like, what do you mean? She said, you know, when people are celebrating, having fun, you open a bottle, fill the glasses, you've got your mouth full of bubbles, and at this time you don't care about taste. It doesn't matter what you are drinking, good champagne or a fake or something else. When you are in a quiet atmosphere, then it's a different matter. You can sit and taste champagne, the quality. So, she said, I think now we all have our mouths full of bubbles. We need to wait when they become still. She is a seller of vegetables in the market. Can you feel it? You know, in general, I agree. Undoubtedly, it really is this way. It's just that I think the reason is different. The thing is that all these artists, actors, directors, photo artists, the situation we are having now is not the way it should be. And the reason, you know, I think the reason is that all these people are convinced that it's them who create something, that they are so cool. And they don't get it, that they are only means by which the nature and beauty try to communicate with us. Talking about this, here, Pyotr Nikolaevich Mamonov, who I deeply respect, he once said a great thing. He said, earlier, I thought that talent was me, and I tortured myself and everybody around. And then I realized that talent is God, and me, Petya, is the way I live, the way I talk to my wife. And you can't put it more precisely. Recently here it is. Recently I was tidying up, not here at home, and I found a note, which I wrote myself. Apparently I was in such a great state, in euphoria. No comments, I'll just read it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting on a balcony. On a windowsill there's some bread and a glass of wine. Behind the windowsill there's a lamppost and it's quiet. Somewhere in the distance some cars are passing by. I can hear them. Somewhere much closer dogs are barking from time to time. And I'm sitting on a balcony. It feels good. It feels foolishly good. I'm on a balcony with wine and bread. It's tasty. Outside there's a good, kind autumn night. And silence with dogs. My wife is sleeping in the room, my dear. At her bedside there are some flowers. She doesn't know yet, I've just bought them. In the morning I'm taking my daughter to school and going to Russian baths. And the next morning I'm going fishing with my friends for 2 days. And with all this I'm sitting on a balcony, looking in the dark and drinking wine. I? A happy man, wrote this note. It depends, you know. Imagine a situation. For example, I get a call and they offer me to unload a trailer with bricks. I think about it and agree for some reason. So I come to the place and I see this trailer, size of a carriage, this big, and I understand, even if I can make it, it'll take a week, and then they'll bury me somewhere nearby. What do I do in this situation? I'll take my mobile and start looking through my contacts, trying to find helpers. And sooner or later I'll find 3 or 4 men, they'll come, help, they're gonna hate me, we'll get very tired, but we'll do it. So, you say art. In art, there are also some situations when you can see this carriage, when you understand it's beyond your capability, it's mission impossible, and you have had this experience, you take your phone, you want to make a call to hear some advice, something useful and helpful, you start flicking through the contacts, the names are running, then they blur like in the Matrix into numbers, and you realize that you are not gonna call anybody. This carriage is for you to unload. It happens sometimes. So about this, yes, you know, in one film, what's the title? It's about one black bodyguard and a girl he was protecting, Man on Fire. I think it's Man on Fire. And this bodyguard says a genius phrase. There is no such thing as tough. There is trained and untrained. Let's go.